they looked up his Goodreads review of the Unabomber's manifesto,
Ted?
Ted, and the review was like, a lot of people are going to think this guy's crazy, but it's because they don't want to deal with the like harsh realities that are society. Like, it's actually really smart. It's
Right.
like shocker.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Shocker.
Right.
That's your review.
I don't know. I can't wait to watch this documentary in like
Oh,
5 years about this guy because apparently he's from like the richest family in
really?
the East Coast or something
Oh
like
my
that.
God,
Like
no way.
they like bought him a house for like $2 million and he just like sold it. Like I think they have like a ton of money.
Really?
He was
Well,
also
I
like
think
valedictorian at a crazy private school. Was like
super math brain,
an engineer at UPenn.
kind of like
Like
Ted. These guys that are too smart for their own good, right?
what's the motive? Ted just went crazy. This guy was like a mob hit. I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, yeah. I think Ted. The argument would be: did Ted go crazy, or is he just too smart for his own good and started overthinking everything?
Right. Okay.
And
Now
maybe
I'm gonna
that's what
start
happened.
thinking I'm Ted Kaczynski.
Well, and this is where we veer off track.
Okay.
The Monopoly money's nuts. The Adjuster. Oh my God.
I need to look into it more.
The Adjuster.
It's pretty sick.
And everyone's like, this guy's awesome. And it's like, whoa.
Yeah. That could be like Peyton Pritchard's nickname too, I think.
The Adjuster. That's a great segue into sports. And that's why you're a professional podcaster. Why don't you tell the world what your teacher said to you today?
Oh, yeah. I presented a project, had to do a big capstone project. Should we just – oh, yeah, whatever. Episode what?
86.
86. Shout
86.
out. Episode 86.
The Pharaoh Brown episode, maybe?
Who?
The Pharaoh Brown episode?
Pharaoh Brown. Noah Fant for sure. No, he's 87.
Yeah. I think Pharaoh Brown, remember that he's caught like that random like
he had a touchdown this week, I think.
Yes, for Seattle.
I think he might have dropped it.
So he did something
This
though.
is one of the worst intros we've had in a long time.
86.
Great shout. The Pharaoh Brown episode. Shout out Pharaoh Brown. Episode 86. It's Monday, December 9th. We have been kind of slacking the last couple of days because – not a couple of days, couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I've been slammed with school shit.
Job, work.
But now I got like a month off, so we're going to get dialed in.
Nice. Are you, besides your like in-person tests, are you done with projects?
That's what I think that's what it's going on in my brain. For all I know, could have a project due tonight. But I've told myself I have nothing until next week's finals.
Cha-ching. Yeah. Love it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And so what did your teacher tell you when you presented your awesome capstone today?
I presented a sweet capstone project today. And the teacher, actually 2 teachers, there were 2 teachers there. They were both like, wow, that was really good. You should join this podcasting class. And I was like, hey, shut up. I could teach it. That's what I said. And then everyone applauded.
I could teach the thing.
I could teach it.
I could do write your curriculum. How about I do your job? How about you write me a check and I'll teach it?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, sure. I'll go check it out.
That's just what I'll do.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Great.
You're looking at me.
Yeah.
I'll go. Sure. I'll go do the podcast class.
Yeah. Why don't you go to the fucking teaching class? Why don't we're doing stuff we already know how to do?
They don't give these to anybody. Okay.
Jeez. It's like they don't even know me.
Can't believe they gave these guys a podcast. They got to stop giving them out.
They got to stop handing out podcasts. Episode 86. Nuts. They're just handing them out. Episode 86.
Handing them out. We have more episodes than 99% of all podcasts ever made, probably.
Yeah. They were top 20.
Top 20 in video.
Shout out our listeners. Should we shout out the listeners or no?
Shout out listeners. We got like 30 of them an episode, so they're out there.
Yeah, so shout out our listeners. If you're listening to this right now and you tweet us, we'll give away a Red Sox Juan Soto jersey.
Yep, perfect. That we made by hand.
By hand. It's just going to be a white T-shirt, but we will give it away.
White piece of paper.
We'll ship it to you. Yeah. This is after Juan Soto's not with the Mets. Just for
imagine doing this, but like in front of 30 people. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live show, maybe. Live show coming soon. For a 100th episode live show.
True.
We
don't announce where it is.
No. It's a secret.
You come to us.
Yeah.
We come to you.
We come to you. It's in your house.
Yeah.
It's in Sydney Sweeney's house.
It's at your house. Okay. Yeah. Let's get back on track. Feels like we haven't done one of these in a while.
Oh, we're rusty. We're rusty, but in the best way.
The best way. What do we got? We got Juan Soto signed with the Mets, college football playoffs without our college football insider because what is he doing? He's getting a vasectomy?
He said he like got into some sort of dust up with a healthcare CEO. I don't know. Something about
Oh,
monopoly money. I have no idea. He said
okay.
he's on the run. I don't know. I'm sure he'll be back next week though.
Okay, next week. We'll get him next
Yeah.
week. We got a
Yeah.
lot of time till the college football playoff stuff shakes
Yeah.
out. So
Yeah.
we're just
Yeah.
going to give our quick thoughts on that. We got Bill Belichick is going back to
School.
college. Yeah.
Back to school. Back to school for Bill.
T. Higgins maybe to the Pats, some other random stuff. I got a wagon. I wrote down a wagon. I
excited.
have a couple other quick things, but yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's get into it.
I have superhero news.
Odd. Superhero news, hit me with it.
Okay, this time it's really brief, and I'm gonna try to parlay it into a conversation that kind of relates to sports because I'm actually curious. I just want to have like a 3-minute discussion on this because I'm curious about the subject. Because I'm thinking about a lot in relation to a lot of things. Okay.
I've been also, before you go, I've been watching Planet of the Apes, and it's unreal.
I gotta watch it. Never watched it. What? I know. Dude, Matt Reeves, guy who did the Batman. Never watched it.
It's unreal. Like I've seen it many times.
Freaks me out. Freaks me out because animals, and I'm like, oh.
No. It's they're almost humans.
Okay, cool.
Caesar is home.
Caesar. Everyone raves about him. That's the Matt Reeves, like the Batman, the guy who did the Batman. It's like this guy hasn't ever made a Batman.
Who loves Zootopia?
Yeah. It's a good film. It's a good film.
But it's animals. I thought animals freak out.
Well, they're not dying in Zootopia. When animals
are
dying,
though,
they're fighting each other.
You said they die.
They're sexy in Planet of the Apes. Okay, the apes are sexy. They're sexy apes.
No, the girls. The human
apes.
girls.
Okay, the girl apes are sexy. The newest Planet of the Apes, she was really cute.
Kingdom.
Have you watched that one?
Of course.
Yeah, nice.
That's what I'm on next. Gonna watch it next.
Nice.
Dude, they're like sad though. It's not like an action.
That's what I mean. That's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid to feel.
You will feel.
That's what I know. Please, sir. I heard.
Didn't you go to the movies to watch like a gay rom-com and cried?
It was not gay. Which, by the way, if it was, that's fine. It was a straight rom.
Who'd you go with?
Not really calm. It was just a romantic film that really tugged at your heartstrings, and it was about reality. Okay,
so you felt. You're not afraid to feel.
I felt. I'd rather feel with humans though. When animals are involved, it gets really dicey with me.
So you don't like feeling animals. Put that on a quote card.
I don't like feeling animals. You can quote me on that.
We need a graphics guy.
I don't. I
don't like feeling animals.
We're gonna start making those graphics posts. So I don't like feeling animals, and you're gonna say there was a lot of sexy apes.
I didn't say that.
well, that's well, it's our graphics guy.
Whatever the graphics department comes up with, I guess I said.
I don't know, dude. PMT's been ripping the graphics code.
So funny. They posted one today, which I'm sorry I got off track from your superhero news.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, they posted one today. Eventually. I'm not sure if it was them or they reposted it, but it was just like the Heisman numbers.
Yeah.
Because they're all on Travis Hunter at like a crazy bet.
Oh, okay.
They posted all the Heisman numbers, and it said Cam Ward's passing yards this year was like 43,000.
Okay.
So everyone in the comments was like, Ashton Jeanty's been good. Travis Hunter's been all right, but, this guy's Cam Ward's averaging 3,000 yards a game.
43,000 yards. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's just fallacies. It's so good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Superhero news.
Lot
of rumors posted now a couple times by really reliable sources. So this is why I'm tending to think it's probably legit. Chris Evans will appear in the next Avengers movie. Avengers Doomsday, which obviously I'm not a fan of. I think it's silly. But
I'm out. You know my stance.
I know you're out, and it's fair to be out. And I'm now. It makes me wonder because it's like, oh my God, Marvel went from here, and they just fucked it up a bunch. It's like, is it just impossible to follow dynasties and have a good succession plan in place? Like, when has it been done well? I don't know. Chicago Bulls wasn't done well. Patriots has not been done well for the past 4 years. We're seeing it with Alabama this year. They missed the 12-team playoff. It's like, it's just Cowboys. Like, Manchester United is the best example ever. They have been stumbling for the last 12 years. Like, is it just impossible to follow a dynasty? I don't know. Maybe it is. And why is that? Is it ego? Is it just times are changing? And it's like, well, I've been so successful for so long, I can't change. But the times are changing? I don't understand. But I think it's fascinating.
What about like the Mongol Empire?
Well, they eventually, they were a long time, weren't they?
But then they fell and like Asia still exists.
I know. The thing is, I don't know if it works for armies. No, I guess it must, because it's like people age out, so that's why you can make the sports and movies comparison a little bit. I guess you can make that with armies and nations and things.
But I don't know my history. I'm saying like there's got to be some empire
like Rome
over time. But Rome fell, and then what? They just became a little city.
Yeah, the thing is, Rome did it well for a while, and then they fell. So it's like, does that really count? Because they did.
Well, that's just the length of the the Ottoman Empire.
Right.
Is nothing now.
Nothing. True. Nothing. They're Turkey.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and it's just what is it? What is it? Like how you everyone everywhere look.
It's just the expectation.
It must be, right? But also, it's like if you're really
Marvel, if you're Marvel, there's so many other great actors.
So many, and like I fully believe like that they just started taking the wrong, like when they were at the top at Endgame, like the post Endgame, right after Endgame as the top. Congrats, you did it. You completed the story. Everyone's pumped. I think they took a bunch of wrong steps, which is like, why? You've just taken the best steps for the last 12 years.
Well, no one knows when to cut it off because you want more success and more power and more money.
Right. And they want to try new things, right? And then you get spread thin. Let's go into TV. Let's do all this. We don't need to worry so much about the little things anymore.
You got to leave the football before the football leaves you.
Leave the football before the football's left you.
Is it time for the wagon we're on top right now?
That's what I mean. We need to make sure that we don't do that. We need to stay true to ourselves. Straight true to the
beginning of our dynasty. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We can't.
We're not gonna. We turned down a major offer from ESPN.
Major, and when we have the next versions of us coming in, we need to
rival Juan Soto's contract.
It did. But we were like, that's just not who we are. Like we can't start spreading ourselves so thin. The Romans want to go conquer England. They're gonna get, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just think it's an interesting thing.
I don't know if we've talked since the last Gladiator movie either. Great.
Oh, we saw Gladiator.
Great movie.
Great movie. A lot of fun.
Yeah, so good. You got a little helmet on your.
I got it. Oh, it should be here. It's up in my room, right on my little shelf. I got a helmet for my drink. Put it on all my refreshers.
It was as pretty much as good of a sequel can be.
Yeah, I mean, look, they did the hard thing where it's like we're gonna basically make the same movie as the first, and the first is one of like the 30 greatest movies ever made. But it was a lot of fun. It was really fun. Paul Mescal's a much different vibe than Russell Crowe is, but he works for me. I like Paul Mescal.
He's more like
stoic.
To me, he feels more like a junkyard dog.
Okay, yeah, a little more grittier. It's the Irish in him.
Scrappy. He was a little. He seemed like a little smaller. Like
Yep.
Yeah, Russell Crowe just seems like a fucking tank. Like nothing can take him down.
Totally agree, and he's got that to him. It was a fun time at the theater. That was a big those Coliseum scenes. I'm just gonna sit back and be entertained.
The problem with the movie, which is obviously spoiler, once you know what's going to happen, because once the comeback arc starts, know he's not going to lose. He just can't lose, because if you lose in this scenario, you're dead.
Yep.
So he's going to win every battle. There's no real suspense in my mind.
And my thing too is the way to have done that potentially was drag out Pedro Pascal a little more. Because then it's he could die. And it's fuck, that would suck, but he can still win. But it's real stakes. But it's we didn't get that with him.
Which, saying all that, I think it was still a really good movie. But
it was fun.
Paul Mescal was just unstoppable.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that guy's career moves forward, because he's a very much no, I want to do indie films, and but he is a movie star, and we're in desperate need.
I also, though, I did hate the two emperors.
Yeah, that didn't work for me, and also I don't know.
Bad. Whatever. Good movie though. Good enough to go to the theater and watch.
Yep, agree. I gotta go to Interstellar. I'm gonna be in Boston now. I'm gonna be in Boston this week. You want to go?
Down.
They're only showing it at the one in the Common.
Down.
Let's do it. Awesome.
Are you sure? It's just now, and there's an AMC right near me.
Oh well, then maybe that. I just ain't the only not here, not in Plymouth. Because that's Regal. Love that though. If that's
all right, sports. Is there
sports?
More? Is there more? Oh wait,
no, that's the
debate we had. Okay, cool.
That was the debate. That's it.
Sports. So Juan Soto, signs with the Mets, 15 years, $765 million.
Whew.
Allegedly, the Red Sox this whole time were final 3 team in the mix.
I saw 700, I think.
700, which
offer.
if you account for the taxes in each state, it's around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So in reality, he was never
right?
coming here.
Yeah, probably.
It's around the same amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I believed.
I believed as well.
But now after he signed, I'm like, I don't even really.
Yeah.
This was a decent outcome. I feel like everyone's on the same page. I think that the Yankees got fucked. We didn't spend $700 million.
Exactly.
And we don't have 15 years of Juan Soto he literally could be like Ted Williams, or he could be, I don't know, could be the worst contract to ever touch paper.
Or he could be good. Okay.
Yeah, he could be good. He could be good.
Could be good. But it's not like baseball is like, it's not like it's basketball where it's like, damn, we have to face LeBron. And it's like, sure, one can be awesome, but it's like, there's just so many different paths to winning in baseball where it's like, and he's just out of the AL East.
And one player doesn't win the game. He could have a 10 RBI game and you don't win.
Right. And it's like, we don't I'm just pumped. I cannot fathom. Like, I cannot express how happy I am that he's not a Yankee. Like, it's awesome.
Oh my God, it's awesome. If you're him, I don't know why you go play in the division with the Braves and Braves and Phillies. I don't know the division that well.
Yeah.
And then you have to go beat the Dodgers in the playoffs. I don't know, but good for him. I mean, that dude, 15 years, dude. Think of 15 years from now, we could have 10-year-old kids.
Yep.
Easily.
Yep.
So
and him and Bobby Bonilla will still be getting paid, right? Or at least I think Bobby's the next 12. I think he ends in 12 years.
Dude, 15 years from now, we'll be 38.
Oh, you will be. I'll be long gone.
Right. Right.
We're
moving to Alaska.
Yeah, right. Anyway, it kind of feels like, what's that?
Nothing.
The Soto stuff, it really hit me. I FaceTimed you immediately when I saw that news. You didn't pick up, so I FaceTimed Kevin, and he was in the Uber, and he was like, tell me, what is it? And I was like, it's Soto. He was like, fuck, it's not here, is it? And I'm like, no. It kind of, but then it's like a couple hours later, and today, it almost feels like, it's like you're chasing this girl, and it's like you're chasing her, and then for whatever reason, it doesn't work out, and then you're like you're super bummed about it. It's like, fuck, and then you're just back with the boys, drinking,
dude, we're
around the campfire, and I'm like, what? Who cares?
And you watch 20 minutes of Roman Anthony, and you're like, fuck that guy.
Dude, I'll date my friend. I'll date my boy.
I'll literally date all you guys.
I'd rather date all you guys. That's
you guys
really
marry me?
Exactly. That's basically the situation for Red Sox fans right now, and that's fine. Now, I do have a bit of a bone to pick with
Take it.
It's not Tommy Curran. It's the Red Sox Tommy Curran. What's his name? He's been around forever. Good guy, reporter guy.
Red Sox Tom Curran.
Yeah, the guy who's always on Nesson. Fuck, whatever his name is. He might be Tom as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tom.
That main guy who's always on Nesson. Sucks that I can't remember his name. Whatever. They're talking about the White Sox pitcher. Crochet. Just Tom Hanks, yep.
Crochet.
Yeah, he made the case that prospects, parades are better than prospects. And to that I say, shut up.
Fuck you.
Shut it.
No, it depends. It depends what it looks like. They were asking for Roman Anthony, I believe.
You're telling me you want to trade 10 years of a potential perennial MVP. Potential, but he's the best prospect in the league. When has the best prospect not been good? I don't know, 10, 15% of the time over the last 20 years? Show me a time where he hasn't been awesome. Who?
I don't know. I said I have no idea. I don't know my baseball.
I think they're always pretty. I think it's like wide receivers in football. I think they're just usually pretty good. And you're going to get this guy who I did 10 minutes of reading into him. Good starter, whatever. Probably will have Tommy John in 2 years. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, we could get one good year out of him. We could get more, but it's like, okay, you get him now and you most likely get one awesome year out of him this next year. I don't get it. Give me 8 years of the star. I don't understand. I also just don't think that the Red Sox ever really have a good farm system like this. So people don't quite know what it is. You're telling me you wouldn't want the Orioles? Because that's what we can be. We can just be the Orioles. I would love to be the Orioles. The Orioles are awesome.
Yeah, the thing is we don't have any pitching.
No pitching at all, right? Yeah.
So we could have an all-star defensive lineup and all-star hitting lineup.
Yeah.
But if we don't if we don't strike anybody out, it doesn't really matter.
I need Max Fried. Need
So
him.
I need Max Fried. So the thing with Crochet is like we have 8 outfielders. We can't play them all. We need pitching,
Yeah.
so it's like you take a chance on this guy he's proven he's like a stud.
Yeah. He's good.
Like Marcelo Meyer, whoever it is, hasn't proven
Yeah.
they can do it on the out. Like, what if it was what's his name, Bobby Dahlback? Like 3 years ago, you're like, oh, this guy's a stud. He's gonna come, and then he comes to the league and he just can't hit a baseball.
Yeah. No, true. That would suck.
It's just one of those taking the chance things because then you end up making the trade, and of course they just turn into a Hall of Famer. It's just like the way sport. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
I don't understand baseball at all. But like baseball money and trades.
Don't
like,
either.
You don't.
Player development.
No draft picks matter. It's just like
and the player development thing. Like it's
so dumb.
Knows?
Not even dumb. It's just like I don't understand it. So,
I don't understand.
$765 million is an absurd amount. It just doesn't even make sense to me.
No, yeah.
That's more than LeBron has made in his career, more than Tom Brady has made in his career, more than the entire 2024 NFL salary combined. More than Tiger Woods made $150 million in his career. He's the greatest, one of the most dominant athletes of all time. This guy, Juan Soto, now has to live up to those names in order to make this contract worth it.
It's crazy. And none of it's deferred. It's insane. 95% of Shohei's salary is deferred. Like
I saw that he's making like $8,000 an at bat for the next 20 years or whatever it is.
Juan Soto. Oh
yeah,
my God.
An at bat, dude. He's gonna strike out 30% of the time.
He's also like, I mean, how long until he become like I heard like Albert Pujols 2.0, which would be hilarious, you know?
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
I mean, I think he's probably closer to A-Rod than it is Albert Pujols, but I mean, still, like, how long until Soto's just a DH? You know, like,
yeah,
he's the best hitter.
Dude, he's only a couple years older than us. He's young.
26, I know. Yeah.
26. He's already won a ring and carried other teams to deep in the playoffs.
And he carried that Nationals team too. Like that was
carried the Nationals team. The Padres were like in shambles.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
I don't mind. I'm really just
saying all this. I would have been so happy if we signed him too.
So happy. I would have been so happy. But tickets are going to stay low, and he's not on the Yankees. And
plus, there's still guys out there. He's not on the Yankees. The
Yankees got fucked, which is just hilarious.
That's all that matters. Yeah,
it's all that matters. It's all that matters.
And we still have hope. I'm just starting to comprehend baseball. I think like I'm in my baseball fandom. It's been like the last couple of years I've actually been dialed in. Other times I would just like watch the Red Sox and be like, yeah, whatever. Yep. But now that I'm actually like following the team, kind of, it's like baseball is maybe the most confusing sport.
So confusing. I also just don't get how hockey's a similar way, where like guys can just have like an MVP year and then just be horrible the next year. Like, and it happens all the time. Like it doesn't happen. That doesn't really happen in like basketball, or football.
I know Christian Yelich, like biggest fall off in history. Although I guess he's been decent the last 2.
But that's the thing. Okay, you can come back. Like it's strange. It's very strange.
I know. All right, so that's all I got. I mean, I still have hope that the Red Sox make some moves. It seems like winter meetings are happening now and everything is good. Yeah. They're doing you remember when they used to do that thing where they would just like have all the front office like sit up on stage and people would pepper them with questions?
Yeah.
They canceled that this year and they're doing like a meet and greet at Fenway.
They canceled it last year too. Oh, really?
Yeah, but now it's like January 10th, I think. You can go and meet players and staff and like it's like $85 to get in, I think.
Oh, really? The Wagon will be there.
The Wagon will be there. It's on a Saturday. We could low-key get Blitz and go ask some questions. That would be kind of funny. Get Craig to video us. We should actually do that.
Yeah, I'm so in. I'm
so down.
Where do you get the nerve?
Yeah. Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
Hey, how dare you? What gives you the right?
What? Who brought you here?
Yeah. Hey, the fuck?
Hey, man. I'm gonna
honestly, I can't be mad. I mean, John Henry was allegedly prepared to spend $700 million for a player. I'm not.
I don't know though. He never even met with Soto personally. John Henry.
That's promising. I know. I saw the meme where it was like John Henry getting ready to offer $700 million. He doesn't even know who Juan Soto is.
Yeah. Although I think they did just pay Mo Salah, so maybe that's why.
Did they?
Yeah, 2 years.
Oh, I missed that. I missed that news. That was a whole controversy. How about Liverpool? How about your Reds?
I have a new Liverpool sticker on my computer.
Oh, nice.
You'll courtesy never walk alone. My Nigerian friend.
You'll never walk alone.
Never.
I mean, what a good time. What a good pick by you. I thought they were coming off their dynasty, and then they've turned
Sneaky,
it around.
yeah. This
I mean, they
fucking
didn't have a
coach is
dynasty.
awesome.
That's the thing. They did not have a fucking dynasty. But
Well, they won Champions League.
yeah, a Champions League and a Premier League. So
I guess, yeah, defining a dynasty would be
it's
like,
just a
is Man
normal.
City even a dynasty yet?
Yes,
Okay, I don't know. That was a genuine
they
question.
won. They won 6 titles. Yeah,
But
yeah.
titles in soccer is, I don't know. Is it
Six Premier Leagues, and they won 1 Champions League, I believe.
Okay, so it's titles. Okay,
Yeah, yeah. Trophies
you
is
call
how they
everything a
define
trophy.
it. Yeah,
If you call everything a trophy, then the in-season tournament in the NBA, like the FA Cup, is not a trophy.
No, that's what they say too. They're like,
Then the in-season tournament would be like, oh, the Celtic, like the Lakers.
they're
won a
like, I
trophy.
don't know. United just fired their manager, and they're like, dude, he won like 3 trophies, and I'm like, he won the Community Shield.
In the Salazar Cup.
Yeah, yeah. Like I don't give a fuck. Hey, United. Just a fun United thing on the dynasties falling thing. They hired like Sam Presti of soccer in July. That's why I was like, we might be back. I don't know if you recall. Fired him yesterday.
Good, get him out.
Yeah, fired him. Give him up.
Let's give him like just barely not enough time to make any difference.
One transfer window.
Yeah.
Get him up. Get him out.
So dumb.
They were like, yeah, it just wasn't smooth. I'm like, oh, shocker.
Yeah, weird.
How about make it smooth? How about just make it smooth? Like,
how about the owner? Can owners fire themselves? I don't know.
It's nuts.
There's so much bad sports.
There's so many rich, ultra rich guys that are just horrible at their jobs, and I don't understand it.
Dude, well, talk about ultra rich paying Juan Soto. How many people have that much money?
Cohen, literally Cohen.
I know, but like he owns the Sphere. Like a Grateful Dead. Grateful Dead and company's going back to the Sphere doing another residency because they got to pay for Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Like the ticket sales pays for Juan Soto. I don't know.
That's nuts. Roll that guy out.
Dude, his signing bonus was more than any contract in A's history.
That's so nuts.
So like the A's just have
same league.
They just can't ever sign Juan Soto.
Same league. No.
And that's the same way with soccer. Like those bottom teams just have no chance. They just have to be like Team of Destiny.
Yeah. That's what you get for having a soft cap or no cap, basically.
It's so dumb.
The rich just come in and dominate. Yeah. It's very strange. That's why the NFL is king. Moving on to football.
What NFL stuff do we have? College football.
We don't. I just college football. Segue.
Okay. Well, Bill Belichick is creating an NFL factory, allegedly.
He is. We can start there if you want, and then finish with college football.
Down in Durham.
So there is a connection there. I realized. I did not know.
His dad was the assistant coach
for like 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said it on McAfee. He was like, "Yeah, my dad was at North Carolina for 3 years, then Vanderbilt for a year, then Navy for 50."
50. My question is, when was his dad? I saw a picture when he was
60s.
like 60s. How much is the assistant coach at UNC paying in the 60s to support a family?
Right?
It can't be a lot.
UNC, by the way, not basketball.
Yeah, I know.
Football.
Shout out UNC. They're playing a bowl game against Connecticut, another basketball school. They're playing a football game at a baseball field.
Yes. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Yeah. So Belichick to North Carolina. I kind of love it.
I love it too because I'm obviously a UNC guy, and it's like whatever. It would be awesome. Allegedly, his girlfriend approves of the move. Which, if you're her, why would you ever approve of that? Going to send him to a campus with a bunch of young women.
I know that is.
You're gonna have to tear him off that campus.
Yeah, jeez, I know. I wouldn't approve that move either if I were.
No,
I would so much rather see him go to North Carolina and like just do his own thing, way less expectations, have all his guys do whatever, than go to the fucking like Cowboys and just have it be a mess. And it's like, jeez.
Yeah, I still don't even know why. I mean, clearly he just loves football so much because I don't know why you would even do this. If you're Bill Belichick. Your legacy is you're already the greatest coach of all time. Like, everyone agrees with it. Like, is he scared of Andy Reid catching him? Why do you have to go prove you're still a good coach?
I legitimately think his brain is not like any other human brain. I legitimately don't think he can. Like, he just has one purpose on this earth, and it is to coach football. And I do think he spent a lot of time at Washington with his son. And I think there was a lot of that was like, okay, maybe I could do this. Maybe this is a new challenge. Also, I'm in the phase of my life where I kind of want to give back. Like, younger generation type of thing, have set up his kid coach in waiting type of thing in North Carolina. It's like, it's what dads are supposed to do. Like, I don't know.
Marry a 24-year-old.
Marry a 24-year-old, give him back to the youth. Like, I don't know. Bridgewater State cheerleader. I mean, we must have friends that know her.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
We must have. Let's start asking around. Maybe get her in the pod.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love it. I like it. I'm in. It's interesting.
I'm so into anything. Like, I love to see it. I hope he goes there, and I hope he makes it'd be awesome if he's there for 4 years and makes an absolute factory. Sends like 20 guys
12-team playoff. Like, oh my god, we got Bill Belichick in the college football playoff. That's kind of sweet. UNC with the Blues too. Best uniforms in college football, in my opinion, besides the Ducks. Like,
and then you set up the team, and then Steve Belichick takes over, and he's, for all we know, a decent coach.
And again, the way things are moving, Andrew Luck just gets hired as the GM of Stanford. Like, GMs are just going to happen. And he's like, you need smart guys, maybe just stick Matt Patricia there to control the NIL, which is just the cap, basically, all those guys.
All the stuff about him negotiating with recruits is so funny. Like, everyone impersonating. Yeah.
In a kitchen. Listen.
Yeah. Did you see Jonathan Jones was like, you want more NIL money? Why don't you worry about your history grade?
Yeah. Listen, we aren't here to make some NIL deal. We're here to win football games.
I'll get you a real contract.
You want a contract, you go play in the NFL. We'll get you to the NFL. I mean, did you see his thing he did on McAfee, though, his little pitch? I was like, oh, okay.
I know.
Okay. He's been working on this.
He's going to build a factory to bring
I was like,
talent to the NFL, basically. Make guys.
You're going to get some recruits. I mean, Deion doesn't really recruit on the road. Because he's Deion Sanders. And it's like, I mean, you see that pitch.
Oh, he'll get so many recruits.
Yeah. He'll get so many recruits. I don't know if he's going to have to go into those kitchens and those sofas. I don't know if he's going to have to do it. Go send Joe Judge, how personable he is.
And in my brain, though, I was like, he's too young. He's too old to do this. He's younger than Joe Biden was when he took office, I think.
Not a problem. Not a problem. He, do you know Dick Van Dyke?
Personally?
No. Know of him.
Dick Van Dyke. I know.
Super old guy, very famous actor. He was on a bunch of stuff in like the 60s, 70s, pioneer of television. A bunch of people love him. Allegedly not a terrible person.
Van Dyke's a quarterback. Tyler
Van Dyke, former Miami quarterback, I think. Dick Van Dyke, been around forever, icon, good guy. I think he's over 100. I think he's like 105 or something. He was on The Late Show the other night, and he was like talking about the Coldplay singer. I don't know. They were doing some collab. He was like at Dick Van Dyke's house. And he was talking about how Dick Van Dyke's son was like, Dad, can I turn on the water slide? And he was like, it's a hilarious moment because his son's like 75. And he was like, Dad, can I turn on the water slide? And it's like, that's so odd. So old people in age. Though, North Carolina just, Chris Martin was who was talking, telling that story. Good name drop. Again, interesting though, North Carolina just did the old legendary coach thing and it didn't work out. And now they're just going to do it again, apparently. But
yeah, there's certainly a chance it doesn't work out. He also might know that like he might not be able to work in the NFL anymore.
I think he might.
Like, especially if your job opportunities are the Saints, like the Cowboys.
And I think he's really, really passionate about, I mean, as you should be, obviously, but it's like the owner thing is the kind of the only thing that matters to him. That's why he took the Falcons interviews, is because he loves Arthur Blank. And like, how many of those owners does he really like? You know what I mean? Like, just the way you see him talk about Woody Johnson and how he's like, I fucking hate Woody Johnson, And it's like, you see the report that Woody Johnson's like 17-year-old son is the Jets like shadow GM.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah. Which would just be awesome. Yeah. It's like he's on like, I don't know. There's a bunch of things that are like, ooh, he's doing this. He's actually, the 17-year-old son is actually kind of in control here. Jets. Okay. Let's go.
That's awesome.
That's what I got on Bill. I like it though. I'm excited.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm for it. Why not?
Me too.
Plus the ACC is like semi up for grabs as far as
I think so too.
Next couple of years.
Clemson keeps recruiting those whites.
Right.
I mean, just won the championship, so great.
Yeah.
Great. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it. The college football playoff has dropped, the first 12-team playoff. I love it because it's just more discourse. Like sports is about debating each other, and this 12 teams is just a lot of debating.
I've done so much thinking about this, listening to I mean, our insider has been contacting us often about his opinions on the 12-team playoff. The only thing that I can get out of it is that like there will never be a good solution. So it's like there's just always going to be discourse. So I'm here
Yeah.
for it. I'm here for it. I love it.
I think the NFL should do this.
How so? Like just top straight 12 teams?
I mean, each division winner gets in, and then it's like 3 teams that are. I mean, one team might get booted that has an extra win. Like it's not by
Ooh.
wins or
Oh,
ties. It's like
really? Strength
who
of
deserves
schedule.
it, who's playing the best ball.
The thing that's better about the NFL is just like in theory everyone's here, but then in college it's like here and here. That's what's so
Yeah,
tough. Like, I mean, we can get into it right now, but
but I
I
mean,
do.
like say the Chargers, or I guess that's a bad example, but like a team that beats the Raiders twice, beats the Giants, and it's like, what are your big wins?
Right.
You have
What are
10
your big
wins, but
ones?
like 6 of them are against teams that are in the lot, like the
Yeah,
top
and
10.
look at the Bengals who have scored so many points or something. Yeah,
I
that
know,
would be
like
crazy.
yeah,
What are your
that
big
would be kind of
wins?
fun. Just more discourse. I don't know.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
the 12-team playoff. I don't know if you want me to rip through like every team that's made it, but Boise State, Arizona State have buys, which I think going into the season at the start of the summer or end of the summer, I don't know if anyone would have guessed that.
Insanity.
Insanity.
Yep,
Insanity.
insanity. Yep.
Obviously, I'm an Arizona State fan. My brother currently goes there, so I'm
Mhm.
now a Sun Devil for
Forks
life.
up. Forks
Forks
up.
up. Cam Scatabo is awesome.
Awesome. Hey, he's gonna be good in the NFL.
He's going to be good.
He's gonna be good.
And he's going to get drafted in like
by the Philadelphia Eagles, I guarantee.
In like the 7th round.
Yeah, and he's gonna be great.
He's going to be awesome.
Good. Yep.
Like other than that, we can rip through. Like we can talk in however deep you want to talk about it.
Do you want to talk about problems? Like I have some problems, but it's like it's like I have problems with it, but like it's tough because it's a problematic system. Like the SMU Bama thing or my biggest problem is like why isn't it just reseeded after the first round? I don't understand. Or reformatted. Why isn't it just reformatted after the first round? Because Oregon is the
Are you
big
talking
thing is,
fully re-rank teams?
No. So Oregon's getting screwed, right? Because it's like, okay, they have to go play either Tennessee or Ohio State and then probably Georgia, right? And it's like that's not fun. Maybe not. Maybe I mean Georgia eventually. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Then Texas.
Or Texas or
like,
Clemson. Yeah.
Yeah, right. But it's like, why don't they just do it like any other major sport when it comes to the playoffs, where it's like Oregon just is going to play the lowest seed? Like that's how it should be. I don't know why that's not a thing. I don't know if they wanted to do the bracket thing, like how college basketball does.
I was
going to
say they don't do that in March Madness. Yeah.
Yeah. So like
I think a
that's
counter
just a
to
super simple way to figure that problem out.
a counter to that could be another round of home games, maybe.
What do you mean?
Like Oregon plays at home.
Oh, to just give them more of an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another. Yeah, they won't get a game.
They won't get a home game. Neutral site versus Ohio State is like
they easily the best
big
season
difference than making them go to Oregon.
By the way, can we discuss Oregon for a minute? I have not seen a team all year that I have been like, oh, I really trust this team. This team's awesome. Arizona State's been really fun lately. They're great. But besides Oregon is awesome. Like I watched that whole Big Ten title game. I watched the Ohio State game. I watched them in bits and pieces here and there. They got off to like a slowish start just because they weren't killing any, but they were winning. They're just winning games. You know, Dylan Gabriel is the only quarterback of these 12 and probably in the nation. I think I would trust Shador as well, but that I like really trust in these moments. And I saw him make huge throws and huge runs. And I just really don't think he's going to make the mistake. Tez Johnson is an absolute stud. Their running back's an absolute stud. I have so much confidence in Dan Lanning. Like just everything about Oregon to me screams like a national champion, you know? And they're just like, I just love how put together they are. Like they want to shoot out with Penn State. Penn State would not go away in that game. And Dylan Gabriel just kept stepping up, making the big throw, making the big run. Like I just love everything about them. It's going to be a bummer if they just get like they scrap by and beat Ohio State and then they lose to like Texas on a game winner or something like that. Even though they're getting screwed, I think they're good enough to win the whole thing. I really do.
Yeah, I was looking at the bracket. I also don't have enough knowledge to contradict what you're saying. I think Oregon's been awesome. It doesn't seem like Andrew would have something to say like, "Oh, they lost to Washington in the Pac-12." Blah, blah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this bracket. There's no team that's dominant. Like Oregon's dominant, but you don't feel like they're the
See, I
juggernaut.
didn't until last week. That's why I say that about Oregon. Like, I just feel so trustworthy with them. I think they
I
can
know,
do
but
it.
you could just be like, yeah, but Dan Lanning can't, or what's his name? The
Gabriel?
No, James Franklin. You're like James Franklin
Oh,
can't win big games, so it's like they beat Penn State. Like
yeah,
who
and
cares?
it's and like the defense is not as amazing. You know, like, they let up a lot of points to Penn State. They let up a lot of points to Ohio State. So, but I'm over Texas. I don't get
I
like
honestly really trust Drew. I like Penn State. I really trust their quarterback Drew Lar, and
yeah.
that edge they have is awesome.
Oh,
What's his
he's
name?
so good. He's a really awesome name. I
He's
heard
gonna
his
be a
name.
top 10 pick. Yeah,
I heard his name. He is a guy again who just leaps off the screen. Like, I heard his name called like 30 times when I was
yeah.
watching the game.
Plus they got a good draw. I mean, they beat SMU at
Ab-
home.
Abdul
Then they
Carter, nasty.
Abdul Carter. Yeah, they beat
Nasty.
SMU at home. Then they have to beat Boise State, which is basically just can you wrap up Ashton Jeanty?
Yep.
Um, and then you either play probably Notre Dame or Georgia. So if somehow you find a way to win a big game finally, then you're in the championship game,
I don't
and
trust
you
him.
just got to win one. So I
I'm
like
pulling a
Penn State,
Gase.
huh?
I'm pulling a Gase. You like Penn State though?
Yeah, I like Penn State. I've come to the conclusion though with all this is like I agree with Gase's take that like the SEC is king, but that's just because it's right now. Other like there's been other dynasties in college football. It's not like the
Mhm.
SEC for the past 70 years has been the best. I mean, it probably has, but it's not like other teams have succeeded in the past. Like
Right.
Gase talks about the SEC like nothing will ever change.
Hmm.
Like no like
Yeah.
Oregon's not undefeated. Like no other team will ever
And to
beat an
that to the
SEC.
SEC, yeah, to the SEC point, like
But I agree. But the thing is, I agree that like South Carolina is better than SMU. Ole Miss is probably better than Indiana.
right.
Like they're more talented right now, and they probably will be more talented for a while. But
Yeah. The thing that sucks is like just don't get blown out by Oklahoma. Don't score 3 points against Oklahoma. Like if Oklahoma wins on a game-winning field goal, something crazy, Alabama could have still got in. And it's like Saban kept making the point. It's like when you play these teams over and over, like they're so good, you're bound to lose one here and there. They played Mercer before Oklahoma. Like the week
yeah,
before Oklahoma, they played Mercer and then scored 3 points. Like I don't know what you want me to say. You know,
I
like
know, I know, it's tough.
God.
It's
And
it's
and
weird.
and again, the committee absolutely just didn't want to repeat of Florida State last year with the same team in Alabama. So yes, they took the path of least resistance, but Alabama just win the fucking game. Just don't score 3 points versus Oklahoma. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's
I
tough.
know. I don't know. I have no. This
Now
is
that being
also
said, imagine it was Alabama at Penn State and Miami at Notre Dame. Like,
it'd be a way better watch.
imagine Cam Ward at Notre Dame.
But
Imagine
this is what
Bama
you hope
in
for.
Penn State.
You talk about this like college basketball, and you're like, oh, like
The Cinderellas.
fucking Michigan State and Denzel Valentine are going to run the table, and then they lose in the first round to whoever FGCU, whoever it was,
Yeah.
Middle Tennessee, I
Yep.
think.
It happens.
So SMU could definitely pull an upset. Football, it's a little different because it's like
The big boys.
basketball
Yeah.
is crazy.
A
Basketball
little
is just
more
like a game of
random.
runs. You can get
Yeah, yeah,
hot.
yeah. Yeah, getting hot. The best possible thing for the committee and for the playoff is if Penn State and SMU is really close.
Oh,
'Cause
dude, the best thing is like if Texas beats Clemson and then Arizona State beats Texas,
yeah.
and then they give Oregon a good game or something.
Indiana's a good game. SMU,
Boise
Penn
State
State.
beats Penn State and Ashton Jeanty runs for 600
Oh,
yards.
oh,
Like IU somehow pulls the upset. They just need upsets because then it's like anything can happen. You just got to get in, and that
yeah.
would silence all the haters, and it would be the most fun too.
Yep.
No one
Yeah.
wants to watch like a bunch of powerhouses beat up on.
Like when SMU loses 56-0, I'm just not going to be pumped, you know?
Dude, I
So,
forgot Georgia's quarterback's out too, Carson Beck.
yeah.
Which Gase said he thinks it'll make them better because they'll get back to their roots.
They were
just
better.
running the ball.
They were better in that game. They're better in that game when he came in.
I think I might bet Penn State to win it all.
I think that's a silly bet.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's a silly bet.
I think James Franklin has the worst ever record versus top 10 teams. He's 0-15, worst ever.
Oregon is awesome. Like
Oregon's awesome. Yeah, Oregon's awesome. I would love
they,
dude,
they have a tough
sneaky
road though.
Tennessee is like they could if they drew a better.
I
If they had
know
a better draw,
Clemson's no joke.
they're a team I could convince myself would go on a run, but they just have a shit
Same.
draw.
It could be like their quarterback's so young, but it's like we're at the end of his season, and maybe he's starting to come alive a little bit. And again, but don't, Ohio State
But you
still
got to go
probably.
play at Ohio State in the cold, and then go beat Oregon
Oregon.
at a neutral field, and
Yep.
then Texas, and then Georgia. Like there's
Yeah.
just
It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a
yeah.
battle for sure. I think
Notre Dame
Texas
can
should
sneaky
play.
run the table.
Dude, they could. They could. They could. I mean, they
Fighting
better beat
Irish.
Miami. They better beat Indiana. I think Texas should play Arch Manning more,
Yeah, I
at
agree.
least more. Like I just think they have more options with Arch Manning. Like his legs, his mobility. I think he might have a bigger arm a little bit. Like I'm just over the Quinn Ewers thing. They just kept doing some weird, I don't know. Their play calling just seemed like stale against Georgia a little
Yeah.
bit, which is weird for Sark. And it's like, give me more Arch. I think they're going to do it
He's more
too.
electric. We know what Quinn
Yeah.
Ewers is. Arch Manning also seems to have like a little aura, other than
Yeah.
every other Manning we've ever seen. But he's
I know. Yeah. What's
awesome.
wild, I can't if Quinn Ewers wasn't Quinn Ewers, he wasn't the literal highest high school prospect ever. Would we and we're watching that guy play, what would our thoughts be? He's just not that special.
Yeah, but I think a good coach puts aside all the past standards and just says,
and he doesn't really
like that.
Yeah, he's just I think they're going to see more Arch Manning, and I think they should do that.
Belichick would sit him.
Oh, 100%. Or he'd love him because he just is like a game manager. We want to talk a little Heisman. They just released the finalists today. It's Ashton Jeanty, Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, and who's the other one?
I'm ready to do this fight if you want to fight.
Let me just get the other.
I have all my notes somewhere here.
Dylan Gabriel, Travis Hunter, Ashton Jeanty, Cam Ward. Been thinking about it a lot. It should be Jeanty.
Really?
Yeah, it should be.
It so should be Jeanty.
It should be.
It should be Ashton Jeanty.
Obviously, I've been a Travis Hunter guy all year. I think that he is one of the best receivers in the nation and a sufficiently above average cornerback that plays every snap of the game. I think that's ridiculous.
I also, when I was hyping up Ashton Jeanty, I mean no disrespect to Travis Hunter. I don't want him on the Patriots, I still think he's a generational type of player.
I think in 85 to 90% of other college football seasons, he probably wins it hands down. The thing is,
I don't know, because not a single quarterback playing Heisman level ball.
I know, that's also true. He'd have
if there's a quarterback that's playing Heisman level football, neither of them are even in the discussion.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's why it kind of seemed like Travis's year. The problem is Boise State is a 3 seed in the playoff, and it is 100% because of Ashton Jeanty. And I finally got to watch him live when they played UNLV the other night. And everything is advertised. Everything is advertised. Travis Hunter is a brilliant spectacle, but Ashton Jeanty has not only carried a team, he's carried Boise State. And he's absurd. He's the best college football player in the country, I think.
Hands down.
And it's I love that Travis plays both sides of the ball. If Colorado was in the playoff, I would give it to Travis. But winning is kind of the only stat that matters, and Boise State's in the dance, and I just think that's nuts.
I know. In the past, it's always gone to guys that got to win. You got to be a winner.
Got to be a winner. And I mean, again, the team's good, obviously, but
that's
it's not
true what I just said, really.
Yeah.
I mean, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I guess Jaden Daniels didn't win that much. But again, he had 2 losses. So
yeah.
But I'm not Colorado a bad year.
No, I agree. You can make arguments and counter arguments either way.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis Hunter, what he's doing is once in a lifetime. There have been other guys. I forget his name. I got to find it. I texted his name in the group chat the other day. Huh?
Champ Bailey?
Maybe. I don't know.
He did a little bit.
There was one guy that had 30 reception touchdowns and 2 picks on the other side of the ball. So it's people can have maybe done it. I don't want to discount what Travis Hunter's doing, but he didn't even win Offensive Player of the Year in his conference. He's not even the best offensive player on his team.
Yeah, it's probably Shador.
He's not the most valuable player on his team.
That's the That's the thing. It's if Jeanty was I don't know. If If Boise State had like 2 losses and didn't make the playoff, I would be like, all right, Genty's really awesome, but I'd probably
Yeah,
still
but
give
what's
him
their only loss?
Oregon.
They lost by 3 points to the number 1 team in the country, and Ashton Genty went for 203 tutties.
Went crazy. It's like I can't not give it to this guy.
And the only
And just
games
seeing it
Colorado played Kansas, and Travis Hunter was nowhere to be found.
Right, and it's like, and again, I had to like see it to believe it, because once you watch, you like see it's like, oh my god, they just run it with him like almost every time. He gets
better
2
the more
yards,
guys are in the box.
Dude, I don't know how. It's like he's doused in baby oil. It's like they have Diddy at running back. I don't understand.
He's awesome.
He's also just the way he moves. Like he's so fucking like quick laterally, but he's so big. He's like Derek. He's very Derrick Henry-esque.
Dude, he did a backflip at the end of the game.
He's nuts. And the way he just stands there.
Yep, he's awesome.
Like Michael Myers. He doesn't get down.
He's going to be awesome in the NFL. I personally think he's Heisman. He deserves it. No power. I think non-Power 5 person has ever won Heisman since like the 70s or 80s, something crazy like that.
Damn.
But he deserves it. I mean, he's going to break the all-time rushing record.
Yeah. How is that going to work with the extra games?
It's going to be weird. I mean, the extra game thing's weird. Same with the NFL. Saquon's like on track to break it.
Yeah,
but I think he just passed 2,000 yards, or he's about to pass 2,000 yards. O.J. Simpson ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games. So it's like you could say whatever you want, but 10 years from now, people will not be like, oh, well, this was that. Like he played an extra game. They're just going to be like, this dude ran for 2,800 yards.
Yeah, that's so insane. Yeah, his numbers are nuts.
He has so many touchdowns. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's awesome.
He's a beast.
You can make the argument, he's playing in a shit conference against shit teams. He did it.
The Oregon game completely disproves everything.
And it's not like he has like a stud offensive line. Like he's not getting a Big Ten offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
If you play like Melvin Gordon had a crazy season too. He was a Heisman finalist, didn't win Heisman.
Yep.
And there was a crazy quarterback year. He was a finalist, but he played Big Ten defenses. Oh, so scary. But he had a Big Ten offensive line. Mm-hmm. Ashton Genty with a Big Ten offensive line against any defense would have 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. He's absurd. I don't know how he does it.
He's awesome. Insane. I did not think you were going to switch up like that.
I didn't think I was either.
But I still think Travis Hunter wins it, though.
Really?
He's like minus 10,000.
I know, true. I think it's really shifting towards Genty.
It's the hype. It's the hype train, dude. It's the hype train.
I guess so.
It's the hype train.
I just can't get over the fact that Boise State's a 3 seed.
If you take Travis Hunter off that Colorado team, how many more losses do they have?
I think they have like 1 or 2.
If you take Ashton Genty off that Boise State team, they might not even fucking win a game.
There might not be a bowl team. Yeah, it's nuts. All right, T. Higgins.
Yeah, T. Higgins is rumored to be getting the moon from the Patriots this upcoming offseason.
Perfect.
We're going to offer him the moon. He's going to come to the Patriots, and him and Drake May are going to be best friends. They're going to get breakfast together every day, like Stafford and Cooper Kupp, and we're going to win a Super Bowl.
I love that. That sounds great. And we're going to draft Tez Johnson so Drake can have like his version of Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, just like the Bengals.
Okay, cool. I'm in. Yeah, I'm in.
I love Tez Johnson.
I think right now we're projected to draft
I think Tez.
Campbell.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of different mock drafts.
Yeah. Tez, I think, will last a little longer.
I, by the way, put a future on Cam Ward to be the first overall pick.
Interesting. We know how those draft cycles can go. Anything can fucking
The Cam Ward hype is going to be unreal. Just wait. I'm calling it right now.
Shador?
It's going to be Shador, probably. I hedged with Shador.
Yeah, right. It's going to be Shador.
If Shador wins, I'm like even money. If Cam Ward wins, I'm up like $200. I think Cam Ward, the hype around Cam Ward is going to be insane. Same with Shador.
It is, but yeah, the Shador.
The thing with Shador is like he might not go to the team that has the first overall pick. He might just be like, "Fuck you."
True, possible. It's very possible. Yeah. I am totally fine with giving T. Higgins a bunch of money. I'm totally fine.
I'm fine, dude. Spend it. Honestly, I don't care if you spend it on DeAndre Hopkins. Just show me you know how to take the money out of your pocket and hand it over to someone.
Yeah. Do you know that you have the most cap space in the league? I'm wondering.
Do you know that? I just want to be like self-aware.
Please.
I don't care if you sign fucking Jerry Rice right now, like at his current age.
He'd probably be our like at least third best receiver.
Better than Jalen Polk.
Yes.
Better than our second round draft pick.
Yep.
Because Jalen Polk is statistically the worst ever wide receiver.
According to Pro Football Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm
No,
in.
T. Higgins would be awesome. Obviously there's discussion of if he could be a wide receiver 1 on a team.
Yeah,
I guess we won't be able to know until
I think he can.
he comes here. Obviously it'll be different because Jamar Chase attracts so much defensive attention, but
Yeah,
I don't know. Drake May is making Austin Hooper look like a Pro Bowler, so
that's what I'm saying.
I think T. Higgins will be all right.
AFC North, Hard Knocks, got a little T. Higgins in there.
Simpsons game right now.
Oh, the Simpsons game. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I couldn't flex because of the Simpsons game. You should, by the way, awesome.
I do. I gotta watch that.
My favorite. Only one episode out. I think the next one comes out tomorrow. My favorite Hard Knocks I've ever watched. So
okay,
far.
I'm down to binge it with you. I was busy this week. I bailed on you, but I am down to binge.
Perfect. Little T. Higgins in there, and I'm like, I want this guy.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in on T. Higgins. I'd be so fine with throwing him the Juan Soto contract, and then we draft a bunch of offensive linemen and just see where we're at.
Perfect. It's the AJ Brown and Philly thing. Like
we're not trying to win the Super Bowl next year. If we just get in
the playoffs,
even 7 or 8 wins, and we just look like a competent team, the coaching looks a little better. Like that's all I care about. We spend money. I know we're committed to the team. Then it's like that's what I'm happy with. And Drake May looks like he doesn't want to light himself on fire.
Yeah, awesome quote. Pressure is a privilege. That's right, Drake.
That's Jones quote right there.
That's what we believe at the Wagon as well. People ask that as well. It's like, do you feel a bunch of pressure being the first ever sports podcast representing Boston, most influential people in Boston?
It's a privilege, guys.
It's chatter, and it's a privilege. So we kind of view it as a privilege more so.
It's kind of just like an opportunity.
Yeah, it's just we really just view it as an opportunity.
Yeah.
You know? So.
All right, I got some other stuff.
Let's hear it.
On this day, well, tomorrow, but when this comes out, I'm going to do an on this day in New England sports history.
Love it.
December 10th, 2012, the 11-1 Texans go to New England with their Letterman jackets on.
Get smoked.
Do you remember this game?
Yep,
Pats go up 24-0, I think, end up winning 42-14.
Yep.
JJ Watt and the boys were like, we are the shit. And then the Patriots just, oh my God, step on the parade. That was
destroyed them. Yep, yeah. I remember that.
Great game.
Was it a Sunday night game? Monday night game?
I think it was Sunday night. Yeah, it was a primetime game. It was a nighttime game for sure. That's one of those ones that pops up in like my Twitter feed once every 3 years, and it's like a 6-minute video, but I watch it all.
Yeah, and they're just cooking.
Yep, it's awesome.
Them. Yeah.
Other stuff. Scotty Scheffler, golf is back. Scotty Scheffler played this week.
Back golf.
Yeah, he won again. Already, he has more wins than I think it was like the Pistons or something.
Okay.
In the past like 2 years, something crazy.
Awesome. Cowboys in Dallas.
Yeah, maybe. Scotty Scheffler is in his 82nd week at world number 1, which is the 4th all time. So he is like the best we've seen since Tiger by far.
Yep. Easily.
Tiger, to catch Tiger's record, he needs to stay at world number 1 till like the middle end of 2028.
Jesus.
Tiger was world number 1 for 281 weeks in a row. Broke his leg. Took like a couple months off. Then was world number 1 for 264 weeks in a row.
Okay, dude. Oh my God. Imagine if he just
did. We do not know dominance in golf. Like that is the most dominant athlete ever.
I think so.
Ever.
You know who hasn't had another catch? That is weird.
CD
hasn't had another one.
Scotty Scheffler he also on 18 hit the shortest drive in the entire tournament. He like duffed one into a front bunker.
Yeah.
And then he hit a 4-iron out of the trap against JT on the 18th hole. He was like, I think they were tied maybe. JT was down 1. 18th hole, he hits a 4-iron from like 260 yards, puts it to 4 feet.
Doesn't matter.
Closest shot on the 18th hole. Shortest drive and the closest second shot, approach shot.
Love it.
He's awesome.
Doesn't matter. That's a lot.
My only two other things are Mac Jones is awful.
So bad.
His last 5 games, he's 1-4 starting. 0 touchdowns, 8 interceptions.
Oh.
Combined 36 points in 5 games.
That's awesome.
That's how much? 7 points a game.
7 points a game. That, like, the Mac Jones thing gives me so much confidence about my quarterback analysis because he was like the only – because obviously he's a pass quarterback, so I watch him. I watch like every snap.
Bryce Young's back too.
And we were like, he sucks. This guy's bad. And everyone and a bunch of other people were like, well, maybe he might. We were earlier than everyone, though. We were early.
We were earlier than everyone,
we
but
have the video proof. We were earlier than everyone. It was like 2 seasons ago.
We were earlier than everyone. Not to one up you, I was definitely earlier than you.
You were.
So that's just because I'm just a hater. But also, we're lucky we don't have any diehard fans, because if they were listening to this and saw you say that like your QB analysis was good, they would go find a video of you being like, Mac Jones is going to lead us to the Super Bowl.
That was 2 seasons ago. I said, if you want some value for MVP, Mac Jones is your guy. But I remember after like the second game, I was like, this guy doesn't know how to throw football correctly.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah. I was out.
Hey, Bryce Young's back.
I was in on this season. Dave Canales.
Yeah, Canales. Your guy, Canales. Yeah.
Give him Ted McMillan.
Give Dave Canales another marriage counseling book, and we'll be okay.
He's been a good, decent coach.
He wrote one.
I know.
Yes,
saying,
he's been good. Dude, Bryce looks different. He looks different.
He looks taller.
He doesn't look taller.
In confidence.
He looks confidenter, which is all we can ask for Brycey.
My last thing
I held all my stock. I'm not going to sell it. What am I going to do? I should sell it now. Honestly.
I bought penny stocks at the beginning of the year.
If I could sell it now and make like a fourth back of what
this would be like selling Doge.
Yeah.
When we sold Doge. No, I wouldn't, because he could definitely still suck. Just because he's on the Panthers.
Well, right now I could make back a little bit, if I sold now. I bought so much.
You bought so high too.
So much. I was like, that move to trade all the picks, fucking great move, because he's not going to miss.
Well, now apparently the Bears don't have enough weapons for Caleb. Like, Caleb needs help. So allegedly we were told the best rookie quarterback situation of all time, and
ever.
Season's not even over and he needs help.
Tire fighter. God,
I feel so bad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not a Bears fan.
Dude, so glad.
If we were born the same time in Chicago instead of Boston, I mean, at least you had a couple years of the Blackhawks, but like the Bulls, you had a year or two of Derrick Rose, but
and then heartbreak.
Heartbreak. It's all heartbreak. The Bears are so bad. So bad.
And then what baseball team are you going to?
I mean, the Cubs would have been awesome.
That 1 year. Yeah, the Cubs would have been awesome. Imagine
the White Sox, though.
They won one.
Yeah, but still, like,
and then just horrendous.
They won one. I guess winning like a couple championships in 20 years is like not bad. We are just so spoiled to be like, we won 17 or whatever it was.
I was listening to a Mets fan talk about Soto, and they were talking about like the best moments as a Mets fan. And it was like,
this is it.
86, when they beat us, and like the Subway Series where they lost, and they're like talking about the biggest like signings and moments in Mets history, and it's like there's not many.
You're not naming real things,
and it's the Mets. Like it's not like it's not like it's the A's. Like it's crazy. So yeah.
We'll end it on my wagon.
Yes,
I got a wagon alert. Danny Wolf, who is a forward for the Michigan Wolverines basketball team.
Okay.
He's awesome. He's going to be a stud in the NBA. He's just like he's like a big man. He's kind of like Jokic vibes. He's like a big man, but he has like the layup package. He has dimes. He can shoot the three. Huh?
Describe him to me physically. What's his number? What's his look?
His number on his jersey, or like what was he carrying?
No, his number on his jersey. Both.
His number on his jersey, to give a range, would be between like 199. I don't really know, like a 0 and 99. I don't know. I don't know what his number is.
199. It's either 100 or 99.
It's one of the two.
Yeah,
and you can't be a triple digit for a hint.
Yeah. Okay, 99 would be sweet for Danny.
No, let me look it up because he is awesome. Danny
is AJ coming on the wagon or first take to make the pick?
Oh right, Danny Wolf. This is not him. He's not. Is he? No, maybe he is. Dude, he's from Israel.
Wow, your guy. Your wagon. Do you know who the Time People of the Year finalists were? They released the Time People of the Year finalists right at the same time they released the Heisman finalists.
He's number 1. He played at Yale.
That's awesome.
Transferred to Michigan. He just he glides. He's a big white that glides. That's all you need to know.
That's great. Time People of the Year, Kamala Harris.
Obviously.
Finalist.
She did what she did. Dude, I could name a bunch of things she did that was good.
Benjamin Netanyahu, finalist.
Netanyahu, who also I could name a ton of things they did good.
Yep. Do you know who that is?
I know the name. You'd have to give me a sec.
President of Israel.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
toughie. Wouldn't have guessed that. Time Person of the Year.
Time Person of the Year. Yeah.
Didn't they give Hitler one of those?
I probably, yeah. Again, it's like, what are we of the year? Okay,
I would defer.
yeah, no, I don't
If
want it.
when I win,
I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't
Take it
want it.
back.
I'm gonna Photoshop you as a Time Person of the Year, but with your BLM shirt.
Okay, but
Yeah,
make it the picture of like Jimmy Butler not accepting the Eastern Conference Finals trophy.
just
I'll take the real one.
I'll take the real one, the Heisman.
Yeah, I'll take the Heisman.
I'll take the Heisman. I'll take the Nobel Peace Prize.
I was gonna say, oh yeah, AJ Dibansa.
Yeah,
He's allegedly signing tomorrow. I'm sure this won't even be up by the time he's out. So we'll just say it. He was gonna come on our show,
yeah,
but we told him go take the money,
yeah.
go on First Take, announce where you're going. He obviously is signing with Alabama.
Look, he's a Boston kid. Obviously, he was going to go to BYU.
Yeah.
Utah.
Yeah,
It's the Boston of the West.
It is the Boston of the West. Utah, that big
Salt
city.
Lake City.
Salt Lake. Yeah.
Yep. The big city.
Yeah, drove through there. Yeah, he's just he told us before, but we didn't want to leak the news. He's a really close personal friend, so
yeah,
he'll be on soon.
Yeah.
He's our guy too.
He's our guy.
I'm just glad he's not going to Duke.
Yeah, he's probably BYU, huh? Weird. What's that about?
Well, he goes to high school in Utah.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, and he was raised Mormon.
Was he?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, can you go to BYU and not be Mormon? What is that about?
I thought we were just saying stuff this whole time on this podcast. I've been making up everything.
Okay, he's probably going to BYU.
No, I think he might go to Bama. I mean, there was a report that like he's definitely going to BYU,
Bama,
and then at the last second there was like
it's Bama. Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. No, I don't think you have to be Mormon to go to B. Isn't their quarterback Jewish?
I don't know.
His nickname's
What do you think I am?
BY Jew.
Oh, Brigham Young Jew.
You got it.
It's hyphen.
You're so good with those acronyms.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Well, it's because you graduated college. I can't figure them out yet. Once you get that degree,
you're like, oh, I got it.
Acronyms, duh.
You're gonna love them.
I can't wait. I can't wait to figure out what BLM means.
Coming right up. You just pass those classes and you'll get it. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought Barney likes money. I don't know.
Something like that. We'll see. You know, I don't want to spoil it for you. USA.
I got two new books.
USA. South Sea. The Vagabonds.
Yep.
Okay. What's the other one? Barbarian Days.
Yep.
A Surfing Life. Very nice.
This one's about a guy in the Great Depression. Well, I haven't read it yet, but they're telling me it's about a guy in the Great Depression who's just like, fuck this, and just builds a boat and just sails around.
Nice. That's great.
And the other one's about Mussolini. He was a big surfer.
Your guy.
Yeah. My guy. Well, is everyone just my guy now? I mentioned a name and they're my guy. All of a sudden,
Mussolini.
Once upon a time, I said I think Anthony Richardson might be all right, and all of a sudden, he's my guy. He's my lock screen.
Yeah, he's your lock screen.
He's my guy.
He's the last thing I think about before I go to bed.
I'm pretty sure when we were talking about draft stuff, I was like, this dude's gonna suck ass.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to review the tapes. I'm acting in a theater thing this week.
Oh right, how's that?
Yes.
Do you want me to keep recording or do you want me to stop?
Sure. Okay. I mean, I'm almost done. I'm just at the end of the script.
You're almost done? Are you about to finish?
I'm so close.
Okay.
At the end of the script, I take some girl's dad's ashes and dump them on the floor. So
real ones?
I hope not.
Oh,
A method. I need these ashes to be real.
I need your dad to die. No, that's
I'm method. Sorry, it's my process. I'm an artist.
Yeah, that's okay. So what's the play about?
I'm in a bar and she comes into a bar with a big box and she's like, "Aren't you gonna ask what's in the box?" And I was like, "I just want a beer." And she's like, "All right." And then I'm like,
my dad.
"Hey, yeah." And she's like, "So are you gonna ask?" And I'm like, "Not really. I'm just kind of." And then she's like, "I'll buy you a beer." And I'm like, "All right, what's in the fucking box?" She's like, "You don't even care." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I'll take a beer." She's like, "All right, it's my dad. My dad died." And I was like, "Okay." That's basically it.
That's the whole play.
And then I'm like, "You're kind of hot. Do you need any help with your dead dad?" And she was like, "It'd help if you sprinkled his ashes around." And I was like, "All right, whatever." She bought me a beer.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's basically it though.
No one else was there to spread the ashes besides some random bar guy.
Yeah. Crowded bar.
Nice, man. I'm super happy for you. You skipped rehearsals to be here.
Correct. Yes, correct. Correct.
I mean,
First, never done theater before, so
it's the first. Yeah, but the first ever sports podcast. Is that the first ever play? I don't
exactly. Plays on Saturday, so
Saturday.
it's a million days from now.
What time? When is it?
I don't know. You want to come?
Yeah. My family. Mickey's coming home Saturday night. And my family's driving up to Boston to pick him up at like 9 p.m.
Oh wow!
Catch the 7 o'clock curtain.
It might be. It might be around there. That'd be hilarious.
I honestly could do that.
That'd be hilarious. Post the whole thing on the Wagon TikTok.
Live stream it. Spoil it all.
Yeah. All right.
That's the episode.
That's the show.